Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, we meet again in another video in Audio Games Tutorial channel. And this time, I want to welcome aboard to The Last of Us Part 1 walkthrough. So, as you know, this game is designed for sighted players, but thanks for its built-in screen reader so that blind gamers can experience it too. Yeah, I have played this game one time. I just go through this game, and what I can say is I love this game. So, before we go more deeper into this game, let's roll in.
Welcome to Audio Games Tutorial, a place where you can find walkthroughs and tutorials for accessible games for the blind and visually impaired.
Okay, before I get started of this game, I have one video to show you. And this video is showing about I played this game on one chapter, and at that time I don't know what I don't know what settings that I need to change in order for me to play that chapter easier, and makes me spend on just that scene for one day actually. So I have screen record of that scene that I'm keep dying until I figure out what should I set before I got past that chapter. So let's take a look. No, I not record I died many times. I just record one time I died and boom. Yeah, that's keep repeating for one day. Imagine that. So here you go.
Get ready.
You are crouched. Health. Crafting. Health kit. Craftable. You now have 1 health kit. You now have hunting rifle. Rifle ammo. 3. Loaded. 6. Reserve.
You hear that? They're on the roof.
I know.
Rifle ammo.
So you can imagine how frustrating I am at that time. I was spent one day just for this scene. So today I will guide you through all the settings that you need to change before you can play The Last of Us Part 1. Okay. Before I launch the game, I just want to let you know that I will try to go through all the settings while the game is building up shaders. I don't know it will be lag or not. If yes, then I will pause this recording wait until the shaders build is complete. Then I will resume the recording and go through all the settings before we go to the next video, and I will start chapter 1. So, throughout this game, I will play with DTS Unbound enabled. So, please put on your headphones to enjoy the full experience. Alright, let's launch this game. The Last of Us Part I. Launching now. Okay, game launched. Loading. Now, first time you launch this game, try to press down arrow.
Screen reader off. Enables narration of on-screen text.
It will say like that.
Left and right directional buttons. Change.
So if you're using controller, you can press D-pad down to go to this option. But if I keep pressing down arrow, you can hear.
Screen reader.
No voice, except just that menu.
Screen reader off. Enables narration of on-screen text. Left and right directional buttons. Change.
So I press right arrow once or D-pad right.
On. Screen reader on. Enables narration of on-screen text.
Okay. So the first option just now is
Continue.
continue. So down
X
we
button. Select. Triangle button. Reset to defaults.
down I get here.
Screen reader on. Text language English US. Speech language English US. Continue.
So
X button. Select. Triangle button. Reset to defaults.
I can press on continue.
Full data. Help us build the best PlayStation registered trademark experience. When you play this game, Sony Interactive Entertainment collects data that is necessary to operate the game. If you agree, Sony Interactive Entertainment may also collect data about your interaction with the game and errors that occur. This data will be used as explained in our privacy policy. www.playstation.com/legal/privacy-policy. You can change this setting at any time in options. System to allow full or limited data collection.
Okay.
X button. Select.
My laptop fan starts spinning faster right now. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear it. I think not. Because I don't boost up my microphone. But if I did, let's see. Can you hear that? I don't know. But yeah. That's what's happening. Okay.
Limited data. Help us build the best PlayStation registered trademark experience. When you play this game, Sony Interactive Entertainment collects data that is necessary to operate the game. If you agree, Sony Interactive Entertainment may also collect data about your interaction with the game and errors that occur. This data will be used as explained in our privacy policy. www.playstation.com/legal/privacy-policy. You can change this setting at any time in options. System to allow full or limited data collection. X button. Select.
So this is about data collection. So it's up to you whether you want to share data or not.
Learn more. Full data. Continue. Help us build the best PlayStation registered trademark experience. When you play this game, Sony Interactive Entertainment collects data that is necessary to operate the game. If you agree, Sony Interactive Entertainment may also collect data about your interaction with the game and errors that occur. This data will be used as explained in our privacy policy. www.playstation.com/legal/privacy-policy. You can change this setting at any time in options. System to allow full or limited data collection. X button. Select. Circle button. Back.
Okay. I just press actually I just click on full data just now and it focus on continue. So let's press down and see what we got here.
HDR. Locked. Enable high dynamic range rendering for supported displays. This display does not support HDR.
Okay.
Brightness, 0. Range, -10, 2, 10. Adjust the brightness until you are able to distinguish each segment of the gradient below, from completely black to completely white. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
So I will just leave it default brightness.
HUD brightness 5. Continue.
Continue.
X button. Here are some common features you may want to adjust before playing. A comprehensive list of adjustments is available from the options menu. Continue. X
Okay.
button. Select. Circle button. Back.
So this is a default preset that they provide. Okay, so let's see one by one.
Subtitles.
Subtitles,
X button. Select. Audio.
audio,
Accessibility.
accessibility,
Display.
display,
Continue.
continue.
X button. Subtitles. Audio. Output device. System default. Select the desired audio output device.
Okay,
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
I will change my output device first.
Output device type. Auto. Headphones. Display speak phone theater speakers. Studio reference speakers. Sound bar. Headphones.
So
Left and right directional buttons.
you can
Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults.
change
Circle
this
button.
one.
Back.
If you want to.
Sound bar. Studio reference speakers. Phone theater speakers. Display speakers. Auto. Headphones. Output channels. Auto. 3D spatial sound.
Okay.
Select the output channel configuration that best matches your output device.
Alright, good.
No. Dynamic range. Output channels. Auto. 3D spatial sound. Select the output channel configuration that best matches your output device. Note, if your surround sound configuration is not listed, open the sound control panel to configure your output device. Left and right directional but dynamic range. Auto. Mono audio. Off. Dynamic range. Auto. Medium. Wider dynamic ranges have more volume increase between quiet and loud sounds.
So,
Narrow dynamic ranges have less.
I'll just leave it
Left and right directional buttons. Change.
Default.
Circle button. Back.
I will not change this one.
Mono audio. Off. Output device. System default. Select the desired audio output device. Output device type. Auto. Headphones. Select the appropriate output device. This phone theater speak. This auto. Output channels. Auto. Output device type. Here are some common features you may. Accessibility.
Okay, I press back.
X button. Select. Circle button. Back.
Out from that menu.
Audio subtitles. Accessibility. Apply vision accessibility preset. Off. A full list of accessibility adjustments is available under options. Accessibility configures all the recommended settings designed for players who are blind or have low vision. This
Okay.
will enable settings across multiple menus, such as screen reader, cinematic descriptions, high contrast display, HUD scale, large, lock on aim, auto target, traversal and combat audio cues, navigation and traversal assistance, ledge guard, enhanced listen mode, invisibility toggle, unlimited, skip puzzle option, various adjustments in the combat accessibility menu.
Okay.
Left and right direct apply hearing accessibility preset. Off. A full list of accessibility adjustments is available under options. Accessibility configures all the recommended settings designed for players who are deaf or hard of hearing. This will enable settings across multiple menus, such as awareness indicators, pickup notifications, subtitles, story plus combat, subtitle names, subtitle direction, combat vibration cues. Left and right directional buttons. Apply motor accessibility preset. Off. A full list of accessibility adjustments is available under options. Accessibility configures all the recommended settings designed for players with a physical or mobility disability. This will enable settings across multiple menus, such as lock on aim, auto target, auto weapon swap, auto pickup, camera assist, on, navigation and traversal assistance, ledge guard, infinite breath, repeated button presses, hold, melee combos, hold, weapon sway, off, skip puzzle option, various adjustments in the combat. Apply vision accessibility preset. Off. Apply hearing accessibility preset. Off. Here are some common features you may want to adjust before playing. Display. Continue.
Alright.
X button. Select. Circle button. Back.
I hard to talk because it keeps speaking. Okay. I will leave this default because I will set each settings one by one later on that I will tell you. Okay?
Display.
Okay, let's see in display.
Display. Video memory, VRAM. VRAM usage, 97%, 5,789 out of 5,921 MB. OS and apps. Estimated 818 MB. Game application 4,971 MB.
Oh,
Rendered
gosh.
resolution 1,920 by 1,200. Video random access memory, VRAM, stores data relevant to rendering images and optimizing graphical performance. When VRAM usage is past the recommended level, there may be visual degradation, decreased performance, or other major issues.
Okay.
X button, video device. Select which GPU to use with the game. Display, 1. Display mode, borderless windowed. Aspect ratio, auto. Display resolution, 1920 by 1200. Adjust the display resolution of the game. Additional resolutions are available by adjusting the aspect ratio setting.
Alright.
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
I think this is because of my laptop is 16 by 10, not 16 by 9. So I don't know if I need to change this to 1920 times 1080 and change this game to 16 by 9, because my OBS settings, which I used to record this video, is just 1920 times 1080p. So I don't know if I need to change this one.
Aspect ratio, auto, at 16 by 10, 16 by 9.
So I think
Square button, apply changes. Left and right directional buttons, change. Triangle button, reset to defaults. Circle button, back.
I put it here. Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, although this video is not focusing on sighted players, but why not we try to do our best to, at least if sighted players saw this video, they can watch too. Okay, next one.
Display resolution, 1920 by 1080. Adjust the display resolution of the game.
Here you are.
Addition ultra-wide pillar boxes, locked. V-Sync, on, off.
Okay.
Square button, apply changes. Left and right directional buttons, change. Triangle button, reset to defaults. Circle button, back.
I will make my setting first, and I will continue, then I will explain one by one later on, while it building shaders.
Frame rate cap, 260. Anti-aliasing mode, default. AMD NVIDIA LA. Frame generation, locked. Enables scaling mode, default. NVIDIA DLSS super resolution. Render scale, locked. Quality, balanced. Sharpening, 0. Brightness, adjust brightness. Safe zone scale, adjust the extent of the visible area of the screen to ensure correct HUD placement. Square button, apply changes. X button, select. Triangle button, reset to defaults. Circle button, back.
Now my laptop fan getting more faster than before, and my laptop getting hot. So I think I gonna connect my cooler first. Wait, give me a second. Bismillah. Oh no, sorry. Terbalik macam nak cucuk. Right. Here you are. Then I need to turn on my air conditioning in my room, just in case. Okay, continue.
Field of view, 0. Safe zone scale, adjust the extent. Camera shake, 10. Motion blur, 10. Chromatic aberration intensity, 10. Film grain intensity, 10. Lens dirt intensity, 10. Gore, default. Video device, select which GPU you are exiting with unapplied changes. Do you want to apply changes? No. Yes. Here are some common features you may want to adjust before playing. Accessibility, display, continue.
Okay, I continue first. So that's a logo.
Press any key.
So just press anything.
The Last of Us. Play the main story of The Last of Us.
Here you are. So if I just directly click on here.
New game.
Oh, new game.
X button. The Last of Us. Left Behind. New game. Left Behind. Play additional chapters set during the events of The Last of Us. Warning. Recommended only for players who have completed the main story.
I don't know actually it's still building shaders or not. But no problem. No problem. Just leave it. At least I can play. But at least if you run this game for the first time, it will building shaders and it will take some times, and when you are trying to enter the game while the shaders is building, it will give you a warning that says something like, if you start playing this game while the shaders not completely built yet, you maybe will like experience some lags or whatever. Yeah. Okay, now we head to the options first.
Options. Controls.
Okay.
X button. Select. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
Okay, I will go through each option and which one should we change and why. I will try to explain as much as I can. I'll do my best.
Controls. View controls. View the currently selected control scheme.
Okay.
Customize controls. Controller input. On. Remember shoulder swap. Off. Remember the shoulder your camera was over from the last time you aimed instead of defaulting to the right every time.
Right.
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
I want to turn off that hints, but I can't. So it's make me hard to talk because that screen reader kid keep interrupting. Okay. So this thing, I don't know, for blind person, for me itself, I didn't use that feature, swap hand to aim at enemy. So I just leave it default. Right, go down.
Melee while aiming. Off. Allows the player to melee with square button while aiming. When enabled, melee will take priority over fire, scope, or shoulder swap if any of those controls are bound to the same button.
So
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
I will turn this on because at least while you aiming, you can use melee when someone come to attack you later on.
On.
Okay.
Photo mode shortcut. Off. Off. Left and right direction. Off.
Okay. I have a workaround. So when you try to speak, I will press any of the buttons, either on or off, to make you silence and shut up when I want to talk. Sorry, just joking. Okay, this photo mode I leave it default because we don't need it.
Toggle HUD shortcut. Off. Off.
Okay.
Left and right direct. Off.
Toggle HUD shortcut.
Toggle HUD shortcut. Off. Enables a command to hide display all HUD elements with H. This will bypass the settings in the HUD menu.
Okay.
Left and right direct. Listen mode. Hold. Off.
I
Left and right off.
I don't need that shortcut, so I just leave it off because I think we don't need that. So, listen mode. Okay, listen mode is the mode where we, as a blind player, will use it most of the time in the game to navigate, to find an object, to find an enemy, to kill. Yeah, so it has off,
hold,
toggle. But I personally like to use hold instead of toggle.
Toggle, hold, quick turn, corridor input. Adjust the input for quick turn. Off, quick turn is disabled. Corridor input, default, press X button. While moving backwards, hold left stick backward or press U to quick turn.
Okay.
Input only, press U to quick turn.
So this is quick turn.
Input only.
Quick turn. For player that using controller, you can press X and pull down the left stick, and it will quick turn to your behind. But I not use that too much. Okay.
Corridor input.
So just leave it on corridor input.
Weapon cross scroll. Items only. Adjust which slots are focused when using mouse scroll up and mouse scroll down to navigate the weapon cross.
Okay.
If set to input switch, use middle mouse click to toggle navigation through items or weapons.
Okay.
Left and right directional weapons only. Items only.
So for this, I don't change anything. I just leave it default because it's playing with mouse, so I don't use mouse then.
Scroll invert. Off. Swap the direction of item selection using mouse scroll up. And slow move input. Hold. Adjust the input for reducing movement speed. Some enemies can hear your footsteps if you move quickly, even when crouched. Hold. Default. Hold. Left control. To move slowly with left stick. Release to move at full speed. Toggle. Press. Left control. To reduce movement speed. Press. Left control. Again to move at full speed.
So this is
Left and right
a
directional buttons. Toggle. Hold.
move slowly while you near an enemy, so that they will not notice you. Maybe, I don't know.
Unlock camera movement. Hold. Change the input method for controlling the camera in the backpack menus.
Okay.
Hold. Default. Hold. Left control. To unlock the camera. Release to lock it. Toggle. Press. Left control. To unlock camera control. Press. Left control. A toggle.
So for blind player,
Left and right to hold.
for blind player, camera need to be locked to the character. It will make us easier to turn. Okay.
Look sensitivity X 50. Look sensitivity Y 50. Aiming sensitivity X 50. Aiming sensitivity Y 50. Scope sensitivity. Aiming sensitivity Y 50. Range 1 2 100. Adjust the vertical speed of the camera while aiming. Mouse only. Scope sensitivity X 25. Scope sensitivity. Mouse raw mouse input on. Look invert Y off. Aiming invert Y off. Look mirror X off. Aiming mirror X off. Look sensitivity X 50. Look sensitivity Y 50.
Okay.
Aiming sensitivity Y. Scope sensitivity X 25. Range 1 2 100. Adjust the horizontal speed of the camera while scoped in. Controller only. Aiming sensitivity Y. Aiming sensitivity X 50. Range 1 2 100. Adjust the horizontal speed of the camera while aiming. Controller only. Left and right directional aiming acceleration scale 100. Scope sensitivity Y 25. Aim look invert Y off. Invert the vertical rotation direction of your camera when not aiming. Controller only. Off. Off.
So
Left
this
and right off.
this is about aiming and stuff. I don't change it. I just still, leave it default. But you guys can change according to your preference. It's your choice. It's your like. It's your comfortability to play this game.
Aiming invert Y off. Look mirror X off. Aiming mirror X. Motion sensor function aiming off. Enables using the orientation of the controller to adjust your aim direction. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. On. Off. Aiming motion sensor function aiming off. Enables using the orientation of the controller to adjust your aim direction. Left and right directional buttons.
Oh.
Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
I don't know how to use this thing.
Sensitivity X, locked. Sensitivity Y, locked. Adjust the vertical movement sensitivity of the motion sensor function. To modify the setting, enable motion sensor function aiming. Aiming invert Y, aiming view controls. View the lock on strength. Aim camera assist.
Okay.
Off. Aiming mirror X.
So-
Locked. Mirror the horizontal rotation direction. Camera assist. Aiming mirror X. Locked. Mirror the horizontal rotation direction of your camera while aiming with motion sensor function. To modify the setting, enable motion sensor function aiming.
Here's come.
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
The important settings that you need to change here or later on in I forgot where, but you can find the same settings. I forgot where. Either in accessibility / combat combats or HUD. I think combat, I forgot. Later on we will across to that settings and I will tell you. So take alert of the settings below one by one.
Camera assist. Off. Automatically reorients the camera in the direction of your movement. Select horizontal or vertical to limit assistance to that axis. Designed for players who are new to action games or have difficulty using left stick and right stick simultaneously. On. Horizontal. Vertical. Vertical. Horizontal. On.
Okay.
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Aim assist. 10. Range. 0. 2. 10. Adjust the strength of aim assist. Aim assist subtly pulls your reticle towards targets when aiming, and adds slight resistance when pulling the reticle off of an enemy. Lock on aim, off. Automatically lock onto enemy targets when aiming. Targets the center of the enemy's body by default. Use right stick to target the head or legs. If set to auto-target, you will lock onto the next enemy automatically even if they're off-screen. On auto-target.
Okay, I will put it on auto-target so at least we more easier to aim at people or enemy.
Lock on strength 10, range 1, 2, 10. Adjust the pull strength of lock on aim. Left and right directional buttons. Change. View controls. View the currently selected control scheme.
Okay,
X button. Select. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
we're done on controls. So I need to turn back off my air conditioning because I'm cold here. I can't. But my laptop needs it. But, oh well. Human sense. I'm cold. Right. When we're done here, just press on back button.
Controls. Haptics.
Okay. We're going to
X button. Select.
Haptics.
Try haptics. Output device. Active. Adjust which controller will receive vibrations. By default, only the active controller will vibrate. When set to MOST recent, the most recently used controller will vibrate even if another input device is active. Use this setting when playing with a mouse and controller together.
Okay, so these settings
Left
is
and right directional
up to
buttons.
you.
Change.
Which
Circle button.
one,
Back.
which you want to turn on and off is up to you. So I will just go through these settings here in quick, just to let you know. Yeah, at least for those that cannot play this game, will know all the settings here. Yeah, because this game needs a lot of CPUs and GPUs, so not all people can afford such computers to play this game, or at least PlayStation 5. Okay. Actually, this game is. I forgot to told you at the beginning of this video. So actually, this game is released 12 years ago, I think. It's on 2013 on PS3.
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
And it has remastered this game 2 times. Once for PS4 and now for PS5. No, excuse me. And now it's made for Windows. So, yeah. That's why we got this option down below.
Adaptive triggers. On. Enables adaptive triggers, which provide resistance when holding down L2/R2 buttons.
This.
Resistance is only applied when aim or firearm up to L2 or R2. Aiming only. Resistance when aiming.
This
Firing
settings.
only. Resistance when firing or reloading weapons. Quick
Sorry.
throwing or using an item. Left output device. Most recent. Active. Left and right direct most active.
So this adaptive triggers is for DualSense controller, which is from Sony PS5 controller. Yeah, we call it the PS5 DualSense controller, or some people will call it PS5 controller. Yeah, whatever you guys call it, but yeah, that's a controller that will support adaptive triggers.
Adaptive triggers. On. Enables adaptive triggers, which provide resistance when holding down L2/R2 buttons. Resistance is only applied when aim or firearm up to L2 or R2. Aiming only. Resistance when aiming. Firing only. Resistance when firing or reloading weapons. Quick throwing or using an item. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
Alright, next.
Bow resistance. On. Enables adaptive triggers resistance when drawing the bow. Menu 10, range 0 to 10. Overall gameplay. Menu 10, range 0 to 10. Adjust the vibration intensity while navigating menus. Overall gameplay. 10, range 0 to 10. Adjust the intensity of all gameplay controller vibrations. Player actions. 10, range 0 to 10. Adjust the vibration intensity of vaulting, pushing, and other player initiated actions. Melee 10. Range 0 to 10. Adjust the vibration intensity of player melee attacks. Gunshots and bow 10. Range 0 to 10. Adjust the vibration intensity of firing guns and drawing the bow. Enemy attacks 10. Range 0 to 10. Adjust the vibration intensity of getting hit by enemy melee attacks and gunshots. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Ambient weather 10. Range 0 to 10. Adjust the vibration intensity of ambient weather effects such as rain, snow, and wind. Environment events 10. Range 0 to 10. Adjust the vibration intensity of environmental events and destruction such as explosions, crashes, and collapses. Cinematics on. Enables vibrations during cinematics.
Yeah, I left this one.
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Accessibility 10. Range 0 to 10. Adjust the intensity of combat vibration cues and navigation assistance. Speech to vibration accessibility 10. Range 0 to 10. Adjust the intensity of combat vibration cues and navigation assistance. Combat vibration cues and navigation assistance can be enabled in options. Accessibility.
Later
Left
on, I
and
will
right
show you.
directional buttons.
No worries.
Change. Speech to vibrations. Off. When enabled, spoken dialogue is also played through the DualSense trademark wireless controller as vibrations, allowing the player to feel how the line was delivered. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
Yeah, DualSense wireless trademark controller. This is from PS5. Okay, so if you have it, you can turn this on so that every speech in that game, I mean the character speech, will be turned to vibration as well, if you like it. Okay, I don't really.
Speech to vibrations intensity. Locked. Adjust the vibration intensity of spoken dialogue. To modify the setting, enable speech to vibrations. Output device. Active. Adjust which controller will receive adaptive triggers. Output haptics.
Okay, done with haptics.
HUD.
Now we go to HUD.
HUD. Reticles. Default. Adjust the style of the reticle when aiming a weapon.
Okay.
Default. The reticle will show the extent of the weapon's accuracy. Simple. The reticle will only show a dot. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
So inside HUD, we got a few things that we need to enable. So this will maximize the experience for the blind player to play this game. Okay, I will go through one by one and I will turn it on, whichever that needs to turn on, and I will explain.
Weapon cross. On. Slot prompts. On. Damage indicators. On. Awareness indicators. Off. Hit mark awareness indicators. Off. Enables HUD element warning you when enemies are about to spot you and from which direction. Stealth. Awareness indicators display until you are spotted. Always. Awareness indicators persist during combat. This setting is recommended for players who are deaf or hard of hearing. Left and right directional hit markers. Default. Arc throw. On. Enables HUD when L2 button. Aiming a throwable. Left and right directional buttons. Bow reticle style. Default. Health and weapon. On. Health bar. On. Weapon and ammo display. On. Ultra wide pillar boxes. Locked. Tutorial messages. Locked. Enables HUD messages for teaching gameplay mechanics. When set to minimal, only critical tutorials will be enabled. Complete the main story to unlock.
Here you are.
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
So I cannot turn off this unless I complete the main story of The Last of Us. Not Left Behind, but the main story.
Hints. Sometimes. Enables gameplay hints that appear when you're lost in an area for some time. Hints are activated by pressing L3 button. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
Okay. Hints. So if I set it to frequent and you just leave, like for example, you stop at that map just for a few minutes, I think I'm not sure how long, but it will have a sound prompt that told you to press L3 button on the controller to show hints. And oh yeah, I will just leave it on sometimes at least. So if I stuck and the prompts appears, I can press L3 button, even though that button is for navigation assistant for blind player. It will tell you what should you do sometimes. So I just leave it blank. No, Not leave it blank, but leave it default
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back.
here. So continue down.
Pick up notifications. Off. Displays a HUD notification when you pick up ammo, crafting ingredients, or other resources.
So this should be turned
Left
on.
and right directional on.
It's because when you turn on this and you pick up items, screen reader will announce what item you just picked up. So nice for us too, not just for a sighted person.
Grab strike prompts. On. Enables HUD prompts when you are able to. Triangle button. Grab or. Square button. Strike a nearby enemy.
Here you are.
Left pickup prompts. On. Enables. Triangle button. Prompts when you are near pickups. Left and right directional buttons. Interact prompts. On. Enables HUD prompts when you are able to. Triangle button. Interact with nearby doors and objects. Collectible tracking. Off. Displays a special icon when a collectible has already been picked up in a previous playthrough.
Okay.
Left mouse hover. Default. Input icon mode. Dynamic. Adjust the input device used to display HUD icons. When set to dynamic, all prompts will display the icon for the last input device used. When controller icon type. Default. Colored face buttons. Off. Performance HUD. Off. Enables HUD displaying performance stats.
So this one is about
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
your CPU performance. Like it can show the current refresh rate, CPU usage, RAM usage, GPU usage, and many other information that will display on screen. I'm not sure, but I think screen reader will not announce such information. I don't know. Please correct me in the comment section if you think I'm wrong. Thank you.
FPS counter. Locked. GPU usage. Locked. CPU frame rate. Locked. CPU usage. GPU frame rate. GPU temperature. GPU clock speed. VRAM usage. VRAM usage. RAM usage. RAM usage. Locked. Performance HUD size. Locked. Changes the size of performance HUD elements. Reticles. Default. HUD.
Okay, done here.
X button. Select. Subtitles.
Now we go to the
X
subtitles.
button.
No need.
Display. Subtitles.
But just to go through the settings.
Subtitles. Off. Enable subtitles for spoken dialogue. Size. Locked. Adjust the size of the subtitle text. To background. Size. Locked. Adjust the size of the subtitle text. To modify this setting, enable subtitles. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Circle button. Back. Background. Locked. Enables a dark background behind subtitles to improve legibility. To modify this setting, enable subtitles. Names. Locked. Displays the name of the speaker with the subtitle. To modify this setting, enable subtitles. Name colors. Locked. When subtitle names are enabled, displays the names with a unique color per speaker. To modify this setting, enable subtitles.
Okay.
Left direction. Locked. Color. Locked. Subtitles. Off. Subtitles. Display.
Now we go to display.
X
I
button.
think
Display. Video device. Select which GPU to use with the game.
here I no
Left
need
and right
to
directional buttons.
explain
Change.
too
Triangle
much.
button. Core. Default. Display. Video core. Video display. Graphics.
So, oh well.
X button. Display. Display. Video device. Select which GPU to use with the game. Left and right directional button. Display. 1. Display mode. Borderless window. Aspect ratio. 16 by 9. Adjust the aspect ratio for the display resolution.
So
This
you
setting will adjust
can
the option display resolution 1920 by 1080. Adjust the display resolution of the game. Additional resolutions are available by adjusting the aspect ratio setting.
you can set this.
Left and right directional buttons 1920 by 1080.
You can set it to the lowest graphics if you don't really use graphics actually. No need to just make it here. Because if me itself playing this game, I will set to the lowest graphics that I can, which is 1080 by 800 if I'm not mistaken.
1280 by 720 1000
Oh, no.
1280
1280 by 800 actually, because when I set the aspect ratio to auto, it will set to 16 by 10, which is follow my laptops. So, oh, I scared if my laptop overheat or, but it's okay, no problem. Let's keep going on.
left and right directional buttons, change, ultra-wide pillar boxes, locked, V-sync, off, frame rate cap, 200, anti-aliasing mode, locked, frame generation, locked, scaling mode, NVIDIA DLSS super resolution, render scale, skip for anti-aliasing mode, frame rate cap, 200, and frame generation, locked, enabled, scaling mode, NVIDIA DLSS super resolution, determine which graph, render scale, quality, balanced, rent scaling mode, AMD FSR 3, NVIDIA frame
Let me
generation,
check something.
locked, anti-aliasing mode, frame rate cap, 200 V-sync, off, ultra-wide pillar box at display resolution, 1000, aspect ratio, 60, display mode, as display at windowed, borderless when as display 1000, 9 as 16, by auto, alt V, anti-aliasing mode, frame generation, locked, scaling mode, NVIDIA DLSS super resolution, determine which diff frame generation, locked, anti-aliasing mode, NVIDIA DLA, determine NVIDIA DL and V
you're
alt
right, okay.
at display mode, at display resolution, 1000 as 16, by 9, left and right directional buttons, change, alt V, anti-aliasing mode, frame generation, locked, enables frame generation technology. Select ON to use AMD FSR 3.1 frame generation. AM scaling mode, NVIDIA DLSS super resolution, render scale, locked,
Right.
apply multiply scaling mode, NVIDIA DLSS super resolution,
Someone
left and right directional, NVIDIA DLSS super resolution,
told me to turn on the settings just to make this game more smoother, but I'm not sure. I don't really understand what this is about, but I try to do so. So I'm sorry if the graphic of this game is cracking or stuck or whatever. Yeah, just back to original concept of this channel, playing games as a blind perspective. So no graphics, okay? But if you see any games that have graphics and you can watch it, that's an extra for you. Alright, next.
render scale, locked, quality, balanced, sharpening, 0, brightness, adjust 6, cap motion blur, 10, chromatic aberration, film grain and lens dirt core, video display,
Alright, done.
graphics,
So I think nothing much.
X button, select, triangle button, reset to defaults,
But-
circle button, back,
But I can explain to you in this display menu because I also can't see. I'm a blind visually impaired too. I'm a blind visually impaired too. Yup. I don't like my speech. Oh, really? I don't like it. Right, next go to graphics.
graphics, video memory, VRAM usage, 91%, 5,410 out of 5,921 MB, OS and apps. Estimated 818 MB. Game application 4,592 MB. Rendered resolution 1,120 by 632. Video random access memory (VRAM) stores data relevant to rendering images and optimizing graphical performance.
Dropping
When
my
VRAM usage is past the recommended level, there may be visual degradation, decreased performance, or other major issues.
you're dropping my videos?
X button.
Really?
Select. Circle button. Back.
Wait,
Graph display. Display. Video device. Select which at display resolution. Ultra wide display resolution. 1900 and 1000 graphics. Audio. Graphics preset. Auto. Ultra. Auto AI graphics preset. Auto. Adjust various settings that affect visual fidelity and draw distance. High. Adjust the maximum distance graph. High. Medium.
Okay, graphic preset. I
Square
think
button. Apply changes.
I will put
Left
to
and right directional buttons.
medium.
Change. AI quality. Medium. Ambient character density. Graphics preset. AI quality. Graphics preset. Medium. Adjust various settings that affect visual fidelity and performance. Draw distance. Medium. Dynamic objects level of detail. Medium. Characters level of detail. Medium. Environments level of detail. Dynamic objects texture. Characters texture quality. Environments texture quality.
Also,
medium. Adjust
nothing
the
can I
resolution and
explain
streaming
here.
power. Visual effects. Text. Ambient directional shadow directional image spot point down slide script dynamic context screen ambient occlusion to noise. You are exiting graphics.
Okay, save the changes.
X button. Display graphics. Ambient occlusion to noise. Screen space direction. Screen real time clap. Screen space refract depth motion blur bloom result effects volumetric effect lens flare animation quality ambient character density AI quality medium graphics preset medium graphics Display resolution, graphics preset, medium, AI quality, options.
Okay, so let's
Press any key.
restart this game once.
Options, extras, quit to desktop, yes, quit to desktop.
Okay, I close this game. Let's wait 15 seconds and see my laptop fan will turn down or not, because it's too cool and oh no, too hot, sorry. Oh, here you are. It's getting slower. Right, launch again this game. Launching. Right, launched. Now.
Press any key. The Last of Us. Left. New game. The last left new game. Left behind options.
So I think it not building shaders. I don't know, but let's see.
The last new game moderate provides a balanced experience. New The Last of Us.
I think
Play
not.
the main left new game moderate provide new game.
But I don't know.
Left behind options. Control subtitles. Display graphics. Video memory VRAM usage 96%. 5,719 out of 5,921 MB. OS and apps. Estimated 819 MB. Game application 4,900 MB. Rendered resolution 1,120 by 632. Video random access memory VRAM stores data relevant to rendering images and optimizing graphical performance.
Okay.
When VRAM usage is past the recommended level, there may be visual degradation, decreased performance, or other major issues.
I think it's because
X button, select, triangle button, reset to defaults, circle button, back.
I'm recording this video, but I'm not sure. But never mind. Again, I repeat back to its original concept of this channel, playing games as a blind, visually impaired player. So I don't care the graphics.
Graphics, audio, graphics, video memory, audio.
Right, next we go to audio.
X button, overall, 100, range, 0 to 100. Adjust the volume of all audio.
Okay.
Left and right directional buttons. Effects. Overall. 100. Effects. 100. Dialogue. 100. Music. 100. 100.
So this is a
Left and right
volume.
directional 100.
I can adjust the game volume if I want to, but I think I just leave it default.
Cinematics. 100. Accessibility audio cues. 100. Screen reader. 50.
Oh, yeah.
100.
This is,
Left and right 100.
I need to make it 100, so more easier to listen.
Cinematic descriptions. 100. Range. 0 to 100. Adjust the volume of cinematic descriptions. Open sound control panel. Open the sound control panel in your OS to configure surround speakers, sound quality and other audio device settings.
Okay.
Output device. System default. Select the desired audio output device. Output device type. Auto. Headphones. Select the appropriate output device type for the best listening experience. Output channels. Auto. 3D spatial sound. Select the output channel configuration that best matches your output device. Note, if your surround sound configuration is not listed, open the sound control panel to configure your output device. Left
So
and right direction
if-
1.0 mono.
If my settings has turned on, like for example DTS Unbound, and I change it to mono or just a normal stereo, you can hear the different sounds. And the obvious difference is when TTS speaking. This is an example.
Output device type. Auto. Headphones. Select the appropriate output device type for the best listening experience. Left and right directional buttons. Output channels. 1.0 mono. Select the output channel configuration that best matches your output device. Note, if your surround sound configuration is not listed, open the sound control panel to configure your output device. 2.0 stereo. Output device type. Output channels. 2.3D spatial sound. Output device type. Output channels. 3D spatial sound. 2.0 stereo. 1.0 mono. Auto. 3D output device. Output channels. Auto. 3D spatial sound. Dynamic range, auto, medium. Wider dynamic ranges have more volume increase between quiet and loud sounds.
So
Narrow dynamic ranges have less, auto,
Can you
medium, auto, medium.
can you
Left and right, auto, medium.
differentiate the difference? Yeah, that's it.
Maximum. Output channel, dynamic range, wide. Maximum, output channels, auto, dynamic, medium. Output, narrow. Output channels, auto. Dynamic, midnight. Output channels, auto. Dynamic range, midnight. Wider dynamic ranges have more volume increase between quiet and loud sounds. Narrow, medium, wide, maximum, auto, medium.
Okay,
Mono audio, off. Output mode, auto. Latency, auto. Overall, 100. Audio.
done. Now,
Language. System. Accessibility.
here's an important
X
part.
button. Select. Triangle button. Reset to defaults.
That-
Circle button. Back.
You need to change the settings before you can start playing this game. So sorry for making this video longer, but I make this just for player who can't play this game know what settings that this game provide. Okay? To make sure everyone can enjoy. Okay? Right. Now we go to an accessibility settings.
Alternate controls.
Right. First
Square
thing
button. Presets.
first thing first,
X button. Select.
we need to
Circle
go
button.
to
Back.
alternate control settings first.
Alternate controls. Customize controls. Remap and fully customize all controls.
Okay.
Ladder movement. Character. Change the directional input for movement on ladders.
So,
Character.
I will
movement
move
up down
through
ladders
settings,
with left
each
stick is
settings
relative to
one
the
by
player's
one
orientation.
and see
Camera. Movement up down ladders with
Watch,
left stick
what
is
I need
relative
to
to the camera's
change.
orientation.
Okay.
Recommended for players who are blind or have low vision and are using navigation assistance to orient themselves. Customize controls. Ladder movement. Customize controls. Remap and fully customize all controls.
Okay, I will let you hear.
X button. Select. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
Each settings one by one so that you know what I trying to change.
Ladder movement. Character. Change the directional input for movement on ladders. Character. Movement up down ladders with left stick is relative to the player's orientation. Camera. Movement up down ladders with left stick is relative to the camera's orientation. Recommended for players who are blind or have low vision and are using navigation assistance to orient themselves. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
So, I don't know what actually this is. I just leave it by default. Right, continue down.
Handwheel input. Left stick. Change input for handwheel interactions. Controller only. Left stick. Default. Rotate. Left stick. Counterclockwise to progress. Hold. Triangle button. To progress. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults.
What's
Circle
this?
button. Back.
I don't know what's this. Again.
Handwheel input. Left stick. Change input for handwheel interactions. Controller only. Left stick. Default. Rotate. Left stick. Counterclockwise to progress. Hold. Triangle button. To progress. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to default. Ladder movement. Character. Handwheel input.
Okay.
Hold. Melee while aiming. On. Off. On. Left and right. On.
I think that's an action that you can perform by rotate left stick on your controller counterclockwise to perform such action. Never mind. I will give it a try later on. Right, just continue down.
Head melee while aiming. On. Allows the player to melee with square button while aiming. When enabled, melee will take priority over fire, scope, or shoulder swap if any of those controls are bound to the same button.
So,
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
if you can remember that this option also available in controls, if I'm not mistaken. So let's take a look again.
Alt accessibility control. Hep can remember melee photo melee while aiming. On.
Oh, here you
Allows
are.
view controls. View the current accessibility. Alternate controls. Quick turn. Melee while aiming. On. Quick turn. Corridor input. Adjust the input for quick turn. Accessibility cord inputs. Off. Repeated button presses. Accessibility cord inputs. Off. Allows the use of cords to activate controls that are bound to touchpad swipes in the default controller schemes. High contrast display toggle. Standard input, touchpad swipe left. Chord input, L3 button, plus, L1 button. Screen reader status. Standard in off.
Okay.
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
This thing is for player who uses controller not have touchpad or not a DualSense controller. So this is an alternative buttons or alternative way that you can press to perform such action. Okay.
Repeated button presses. Tap. Change the input method for repeated button press prompts. Tap. Default. Press the button repeatedly to progress. Hold the button to progress. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
Repeated button press. I like to
Melee combos.
Wait.
Aiming mode. Hop sprinting. Crafting. Backpack weapons. Bow firing. Screen magnifier. Listen mode. Unlock camera movement. Camera assist. Lock on aim. Lock on arc lock auto weapon. Auto pickup. Minigame time. Minigame input. Customized controls. Ladder movement. Hand wheel input. Hop melee while aiming. Quick act. Repeated button. Melee. Repeated button presses. Tap. Lip hold.
I like to use hold. Okay. Because sometimes it's tiring when you repeated press the square button when you got grabbed by an enemy. I don't really like it, so I just use tab instead. No, use hold instead. No need to tap many times. Tap buttons to run away when you got grabbed by an enemy. Later on, you will know what I mean. Okay? So keep going down.
Melee combos. Tap. Change the input method for performing a melee combo. Tap. Default. Press. Square button. Repeatedly to melee combo. Hold. Square button. To melee combo. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
This one as well, you can change it to hold if you want. I haven't tried that before, but I can try it now.
Hold.
So change to hold.
Aiming mode. Hold. Change the input method for aiming.
Okay.
Hold. Default. Hold. L2 button. To aim. Release to stop aiming. Toggle. Press L2 button. To aim. Press L2 button. Again to stop aiming.
I like
Left
to use
and right
hold.
directional. Sprinting. Hold. Aiming mode. Sprinting. Hold.
Sprinting.
Change the input method for sprinting.
Yay.
Hold. Default. Hold. L1 button. To sprint. Release to stop sprinting. Toggle. Briefly hold L1 button to start sprinting. Briefly hold L1 button again to stop sprinting.
So it won't tell you
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle
the-
button. Back.
whether the settings is turn on or no or off. No, I mean when you set it to toggle, it won't tell you whether you are sprinting or not. So I prefer hold, but in some actions I need to change to toggle instead. Okay?
Crafting. Hold. Backpack weapon swap. Hold. Bow firing. Hold. Change the input method for firing the bow. Screen magnifier input. Listen mode. Hold. Screen magnifier input. Locked. Change the input method for enter and exiting the screen magnifier while using keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
Hold. Listen mode. Hold. Change the input method for listen mode.
Listen mode, hold.
Default. Hold. R1 button. To listen. Release to stop listen. Unlock camera movement. Hold. Camera assist. On. Automatically reorients the camera in the direction of your movement. Lock on aim. Auto target. Automatically lock onto enemy targets when aiming.
So here you
Targets
are.
the center of the enemy's body by default. Use right stick to target the head or legs. If set to auto target, you will lock onto the next enemy automatically even if they're off screen. Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
So this is the settings that I meant just now. It's inside alternate control, not in combat auto cues. Sorry about that. So
Lock on strength. 10. Arc throw lock on. Off. Arc throw lock on strength. Locked. Arc throw lock on. Off. Automatically lock onto enemy targets when L2 button. Aiming is throwable. In stealth, bricks and bottles lock on slightly away from enemies to facilitate distractions. Use right stick to directly target the enemy instead.
okay.
Left and right directional block arc throw lock on, off. Automatically lock on to enemy targets when L2 button, aiming at throwable. In stealth, bricks and bottles lock on slightly away from enemies to facilitate distractions. Use right stick to arc throw lock on strength, locked. Adjust the pull strength of arc throw lock on. To modify this, enable arc throw lock on.
So I don't turn on
Left and right
that
directional
thing.
button, auto weapon swap, off. Auto pick up, off. Automatically picks up nearby ammo and ingredients.
So
Left and right directional buttons, auto weapon swap, off. Automatically swap to another holstered weapon when you run out of ammo. Left and right directional buttons, change. Triangle button, reset to defaults. Circle button, back.
you can turn on this if you want to. So I think I gonna turn on this one.
On,
Okay,
on. Auto pick up, off, on.
this also turn on
Left and right directional buttons, change, on.
to make it easier for you to pick up an item when you are playing this game.
Auto weapon swap, auto pick up, on. Automatically picks up nearby ammo and ingredients. Left and right directional buttons, change. Minigame time limit, default. Modifies the time limit for a particular minigame in Left Behind. Left and right directional buttons, change. Minigame input, default. Modifies the inputs required to succeed in a particular minigame in Left Behind. Fewer inputs, limits the number of inputs per sequence. No chords, removes inputs that require pressing multiple buttons simultaneously. Left and right directional buttons, change. Triangle button, reset to defaults. Circle button, back.
I just leave with default.
Customize controls, remap and fully customize all controls.
Okay, done.
X button,
On
select. Triangle button, reset to defaults.
Alternate-
Circle button, back.
alternate control. So back.
Alternate controls, magnification and visual aids.
So
Square
this
button,
is about
presets,
magnification.
X button, select. Circle button, back.
Just go through in quick here.
Magnification and visual aids. HUD scale, default. HUD background, default. Changes HUD background darkness. HUD color, HUD colorblind mode. Off HUD flashing. Off high contrast display. Off screen magnifier, off. Screen magnifier input, locked. Translation prompts, auto. HUD scale, default. Magnification and visual aids.
Okay, that's
Square
for
button, presets,
low
X
vision
button,
player.
Motion sickness.
Motion sickness as
Square
well.
button, navigation and traversal.
So we
Square
got
button, presets, X button, select, circle button, back.
two more options that we need to go through before we go to the next video, which is start of The Last of Us Part 1, Chapter 1. Okay,
Screen reader and audio cues, combat accessibility.
we got to this one.
Square button, presets, X button, select, circle button, back.
Combat accessibility and traversal audio.
Screen reader and audio cues, navigation and traversal.
Okay, navigation
Square
and
button,
traversal.
presets, navigation and traversal, navigation assistance, off. Pressing L3 button, faces the camera in the direction of story progression, marking the path to follow. If enhanced listen mode is also enabled, then pressing L3 button while in listen mode, hold R1 button will instead direct the player towards the most recently scanned item or enemy.
Okay,
Left and right
So,
directional buttons,
this-
change, circle button, back,
you need to turn it on.
on.
Okay, on.
Traversal assistance, off. Enable simplified traversal input. Press X button to automatically perform certain difficult jumps. Automatically climb ledges and squeeze through small gaps. Automatically vault small obstacles while on the horse. Automatically sprint in certain encounters.
Good.
Left and right directional buttons.
This.
Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
This we need it. So turn it on.
On.
I let you listen again the description.
Navigation assistance. Traversal assistance. On. Enable simplified traversal input. Press X button to automatically perform certain difficult jumps. Automatically climb ledges and squeeze through small gaps. Automatically vault small obstacles while on the horse. Automatically sprint in certain encounters. Ledge guard, off. Guards against falling off ledges with additional audio and vibration feedback. Prevents you from
guard.
falling from ledges that traversal assistant, on.
Ledge guard. I will turn
Left
it.
and right direct, on.
I will turn it on so that we will not fall down into the edge that will kill us. That will kill you. Okay.
Ledge guard, off. Guards against falling off ledges with additional audio and vibration feedback. Prevents you from falling from ledges that will kill you. Left and right directional buttons, change, on. Enhanced Listen Mode, off, enables the ability to scan for items, circle button, and enemies, square button, while in listen mode. Send out a scan triggering audio cues at the target's location. The pitch of the sound changes based on the target's height relative to you. If navigation assistance is also enabled, then pressing L3 button while in listen mode will direct the player towards the most recently scanned item or enemy. Left on.
Okay, this you need to turn it on. Listen mode. Remember that we need to use that later on.
Scan range 20 meters, range 10 to 30. Adjust the maximum distance of enhanced listen mode scans. Left and right directional buttons. Change 20 30 meters.
I will set at 30 meters, so as far as we can to listen. Okay, because we cannot see, so yeah, we need to listen. Everything is listen.
Scan time 3 second, 4 5 second. Infinite breath. Up. Scan time 5 second. Range 1 2 5. Adjust time for an enhanced listen mode scan to reach its maximum distance.
Okay.
Left and right directional buttons.
Scan
Change. Time. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. 4 3 second.
So, I think I will just try to make it 3 seconds by default first and see what's the difference. Because before this, when I play this game by my own, I set it to 5. I haven't tried on 3 yet, and now I will try.
Infinite breath. Off. Enables infinite breath while swimming underwater. On.
Okay,
left and right directional buttons. On.
We need to turn this on because while we're swimming later on, we have infinite breath. If not, we will die underwater. But if you like the challenge, then you can turn this off and see if you can pass. Right, next.
Skip puzzle option. Off. When in a puzzle, select skip puzzle from the pause menu to advance to the puzzle's completion. This setting is highly recommended for players who are blind or have low vision because some puzzle progression may not be fully accessible.
Okay.
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
Highly recommended, but not mandatory. Remember that. Highly recommended, but not mandatory. So if you think that you can complete puzzles, then you don't need this option. But sometimes I need it. Yeah, I need it. So I turn it on.
On. Navigation assistance. On.
Right.
Pressing. Traversal assist. Next. Combat. Screen reader and audio cues. Screen reader and audio cues. Screen reader. On. Cinematic descriptions. Off. On. Left and right directional button. Screen reader. On. Cinematic descriptions. On. Traversal audio cues. Off. On. Combat audio cues. Off. On. Traversal audio cues. On. Enables additional accessibility audio cues to assist with traversal and exploration. Combat audio cues. On. Enables additional accessibility audio cues to assist with combat and stealth. Plate combat fiber combat audio cues. On. Enables additional accessibility audio cues to assist with combat and stealth. Plays a sound cue for enemy grab and strike prompts. Aiming at an enemy. Landing a shot on an enemy. For additional sound cue information, consult the audio cue glossary. Traversal audio cues. On. Enables additional accessibility audio cues to assist with traversal and exploration. Plays a sound cue for jumpable gaps and climbable ledges, areas that require crouching, interacts and pickups, gaining or losing movement control. When ledge guard is enabled, plays a sound cue when it activates. For additional sound cue information, consult the audio cue glossary. Left and right directional buttons. Cinematic descriptions. On. Enables descriptive audio during cinematics. This provides a spoken description of key visual elements in the scene. Left and right directional combat vibration cues. Off. Enables vibration cues to assist with combat. Plays a vibration cue for aiming at an enemy. Landing a shot on an enemy. Left and right direction. On. Speech to vibrations. Off. When enabled, spoken dialogue is also played through the DualSense trademark wireless controller as vibrations, allowing the player to feel how the line was delivered.
Okay.
Left and right directional buttons. Change. Triangle button. Reset to defaults. Circle button. Back.
This one you also found in control settings, so I don't like it, so I don't enable.
Combat vibration cues. On.
Okay,
Left and right on.
This you need to turn on if you like it. I like it. I like the vibration, so I turn on. Yeah. But it's your preference. If you don't like vibration, then you can turn it off. It's up to you. it's your preference.
Speech to vibration, audio volumes, adjust the volume levels of sound effects, dialogue, music, cinematics, and audio accessibility options.
So here's the volume.
X button, select, audio cue glossary, browse and listen to various audio cues that appear throughout gameplay.
Okay.
Screen reader, on, screen reader and combat accessibility, alternate controls.
Last one. Before we
Square
can
button,
end this video.
Combat accessibility, enable combat accessibility, off, enables the combat accessibility settings. These settings are designed to make combat accessible for all players. As such, they can significantly alter the gameplay experience. Left and right directional buttons, change, circle button, back.
Okay. This, we need to turn it on because you need such audio cues when you are fighting. Okay, turn on.
On. Hostages don't escape, off. Enemies grabbed by you will not break free while struggling. Left and right directional buttons, change, triangle button, reset to defaults, circle
So,
button, back.
This one, I turned on so enemy not easily run away after you grab them.
On.
Okay, next.
Allies don't get grabbed, off. Allies will automatically escape when grabbed by enemies. This
So-
setting will not apply during certain combat encounters. Left and right directional buttons, change, triangle button, reset to defaults, circle button, back.
This one, I just let it off. I don't know what allies mean. Are me itself or the player who follows us get grabbed and they will just run away by themselves, or yeah. To make this game more challenged, then I will just leave it off. Okay.
Enemies don't flank, off. Enemies will not intentionally try to get behind your position.
So this one
Left and right directional buttons, change, triangle button, reset to defaults,
Is-
circle button, back.
an important one, and this make the one that I show you just now success. So when I enable this option, I can play. Oh yeah, one more. Automatic select target. I think that's also makes sense to make me able to pass that chapters.
On.
So I turn this I turn this on.
Reduced enemy perception, off. Reduce enemy perception and stealth. This setting is relative to the chosen difficulty.
So I can turn this on as
Left
well.
and right direction, on. Reduced enemy accuracy, off. On, off. Reduced enemy accuracy, off. Reduce enemy accuracy when shooting. This setting is relative to the chosen difficulty.
So I can turn this on as well.
Left and right directional buttons, change, triangle button, reset to defaults, circle button, back. On.
So this is for players who just want to enjoy the story but not want to struggling play this game. I think so. But yeah, at least for this tutorial, for this walkthrough, I will turn this on. Okay, next.
Invisibility toggle, off. Hold, circle button, to become invisible to enemies while not aiming. Your movement speed is limited while this mode is active. This setting is disabled during certain encounters where stealth is not an option. If set to limited, the time limit will be based on the stealth difficulty settings. Left and right directional buttons, change, triangle button, reset to defaults, circle button, back.
So I don't use it. I don't use stealth. Just leave it off. But if you want to use stealth mode, you can turn it on by yourself later on. Okay, next.
Weapon sway, on, enables camera sway while aiming weapons. Left and right directional buttons, slow motion, off, off. Left and right directional buttons, off.
So I don't know what weapon sway is for, so I just leave it default.
Weapon sway, on, slow motion, off. Reduces game speed when enabled. When set to toggle use, touchpad swipe right to toggle slow motion. Left and right directional buttons, change, triangle button, reset to defaults, circle button, back. Tinnitus sound, on, enables an audio effect that mimics a ringing in the ears when in the proximity of an explosion.
I think
Left and right directional buttons, change, triangle button, reset to defaults, circle button, back.
this just to protect your hearing, but I'm not sure. I haven't experienced when I turn these settings off. I have turned off this before, but I don't know what's the change. So let's do it again.
Off.
Okay.
Enable combat accessibility. On. In combat accessibility.
So we're
Square
done.
button. Alternate controls. Magnification accessibility. Controls.
Yeah, we're done.
Options. Extras. Quit to desktop.
So when you want to exit this game, you cannot just simply press escape. If not, you will see this type. You will saw this see this one.
Press any key.
Yeah, just like that. You cannot escape. You need to click on exit to desktop itself in order to exit this game.
Quit to desktop. Quit to desktop? Yes.
Quit to desktop.
Quit to...
Here you are. So, before I move on to video number 2, so let's watch this video again. Oh, sorry. Let's watch this video again before I move to video number 2, and we'll get started on chapter 1, The Last of Us Part 1. Here you are.
Get ready.
You are crouched. Health. Crafting. Health kit. Craftable. You now have 1 health kit. You now have hunting rifle. Rifle ammo. 3 loaded. 6 reserve.
You hear that? They're on the roof.
I know.
Rifle ammo.
Here you are. I dead. So, hopefully after I turn on that settings, I can go through. Just like that. And let's wrap up. Sorry for the long video. I apologize for that, but I want to make sure that you all understand all the settings. No, not all, but actually not all, but at least the one that we need to change and why. Okay? See you on the next one. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.